Morning.
Good morning to you too.
I'll give it a couple more minutes for anybody else to pop in. I think a couple of you were walking across campus from some early morning class. All right, looks like most of us are here. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Hear you just fine.
All right, thank you. So welcome to ISIS 105, Intro to Microsystem Software. I am Sharon Delbello, and I'm going to be your instructor for this semester. Hopefully you guys got the announcement over the weekend and were able to go through that a little bit and look at the course. If not, that's okay. We're going to go through a little bit today, talk about the syllabus, go through some of the modules, and we'll get started with geometrics as well. So if we jump into our course, and I did get a question over the weekend from a new student. So my apologies that instructions weren't clear. I'm not sure if they don't go over the whole Canvas and learning management system in orientation or not, but we will start with that today. So if you're new to Canvas, you can get to it from our homepage, justferris.edu. So you can click on My FSU or you can click on Canvas. Either one will get you to the place we need to be eventually. So if we go through My FSU, you just need to sign in. So use your student short ID and password. And once you sign in on the home quick links tab, yours is going to say students. Obviously, I'm an employee. And you need to look for Canvas. So go ahead and click on Canvas, and that will launch your course dashboard. So find our course, and then you're in it. So if we just kind of start at the top, the announcement section, this is where I will post any important information. So if there's any due dates change, or if there's any additional information I need to share with you during the week that we didn't go over in class, I will put that here. It's a little bit confusing because you can't really click on it here. You have to actually click on the link. So, and then in our first announcement here, we have our welcome video. So go ahead and watch that if you haven't done so already. Make sure you get your voucher purchased for the course from the bookstore. You can do it online or you can do it in person. Either way, I just need a picture of your voucher with the date on it, or a copy of your receipt. So upload that into the course shell and I will show you where to do that in a minute. And then can someone tell me, when the announcement went out, did you guys get an email on that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. All right, so that's announcements. The next one on the list here is the syllabus. If you haven't read this, please read through it. There's lots of important information in here. We have our catalog description. Here are our attachments for the College of Business for the syllabus, and then we also have a special COVID attachment for the syllabus. Read through those, please. This is just a little bit of an explanation on the microsystem software. Go ahead and read through that. And then we have our course objectives. So in this course, we're going to use Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Those are going to be the three main applications that we use. And for Word, we're going to learn how to create files and folders and do file management. We're also going to learn how to create and manage documents, format text, do paragraph sections, tables, lists. We're going to work a little bit with references, not too much, but it's important for you guys to know, especially going into your career. If you're a freshman, you'll be using that a lot when you need to write research papers. We're going to learn how to insert and format graphic elements and collaboration. So that was it for Word. For some of our PowerPoint assignments, we're going to learn how to create and manage presentations, manage slides, insert and format text. We're going to use some shapes and images. We're going to do tables, charts, some smart art, 3D models, transitions and animations. We're gonna, those are gonna be a part of all of our PowerPoint presentations, so you'll get used to those. And then we have Excel. So Excel is pretty heavy. Pretty much the last half of the class is all going to be Excel. And some of the assignments can take a lot of time, so make sure you allot enough for that with your other homework. We're going to learn how to manage the worksheets and workbooks. We're going to manage the data in the cells and create ranges. We're going to learn how to create tables, apply formulas and functions, and create charts and graphs. Okay, so materials. So materials, all you need is the $70 voucher from the bookstore. That will get you the access for the G-Metrix skills management system, and it will also get you up to 3 vouchers, codes, whatever you want to call it, for the Certiport examinations. So make sure you get your voucher, and it's highly encouraged that when you are going through the G-Metrix assignments, you know, aim for at least 70%. 70% will get you full points on those assignments. If you do want to take the Certiport exams, aim higher, aim for 90 or higher on those. And the Certiport exams are good experience for you. It's something that you can put on your resume. So, you know, if you're just starting out and trying to build your resume, that's a good starting point, good building block for you. I would highly encourage it. If you're doing well in the G-Metrix, there's no reason you shouldn't pass the Certiport exams. But they are optional and they are extra credit. So when we look at our assignments down here in the table, you can see our assignments are kind of broken up into 3 categories. We have our discussion posts, we have our G-Metrix modules, and our assignments. And then over on the very right, we have our Certiport exams. Those are the optional ones, and they are 50 points extra credit if you pass them. So if you do lag behind somewhere in the course or don't get an assignment turned in, that could be a game changer for you. And then we have our grade scale just listed below, so you kind of know at any given point where you are in the course. All right, please make sure you read through the academic honesty policy and the attendance and late policy. Now I do understand we are on a virtual session, so if you are a few minutes late, that's okay. I know everything's kind of crazy right now with some in-class sessions, some online, and if you have, to walk back to your dorm or whatever and it's a ways away, that's okay. Just pop in whenever you can or as soon as you can, and then all of our sessions will be recorded. So if you need to go back, if you forget something in class or you miss something in class, go back and look at our Zoom session and start there before emailing and asking questions, okay? The last piece here I want to point out about the late policy is that since our class starts on Monday, our assignments will be due the following Sunday. So you have up until midnight. So 11:59 p.m. is when your assignments need to be turned in. Late assignments will be deducted 10% each day. Now, I might be a little bit flexible on that and just do the 10%, but please make sure you get your homework in on time. When you don't, that makes me change my schedule for grading. Oops, let me just make sure we're all. If you're not muted, can you please mute yourself? If you have a question, feel free to type in the chat. Okay, so when you don't turn your assignment in on time, I don't grade in a timely manner. So try to get your homework in on time so you and your peers can get all your grades back, within a week, week and a half. Technology issues. So if you are having technology issues, go ahead and you can call the IT Solution Center at 4822. If you are having issues with Canvas, you're going to want to contact the e-learning team. Same extension, 4822 if you're on campus. You just need to select option 2. The IT Solution Center can help you with any computer issues. If you can't get into like MyFSU, those types of things. If it's related to Canvas and the learning management system, goes to the e-learning team. And then there are some technical support guides here if you want to check those out. I think that links out to the IT website. And then the last piece on the syllabus is just the course summary. This is just kind of an overview of what the course is going to look like. So what you have for week 1 along with your due dates here on the left. All right, so if we go back up, we will take a peek at our modules. Did anybody have any questions on the syllabus? Looks like we might have one. Okay, hold on one second. I just got to figure out. Okay. Okay, we're good on questions. All right, so now if we go through our modules, and the welcome video did walk through the getting started modules. So if you haven't watched that, please watch it. I'm just going to go over them very high level. So if you need any help with your Ferris ID or password, this is a link to do that. That also links you out to the IT webpage, and it will help you set up an alternative email address. So if you do get locked out of your account over the weekend or late at night, you can always reset your own password. So please do that when you have a minute. Not many of you may know, but for being a student, you do get access to the Microsoft Office products for free. You get up to 5 downloads on your personal devices. So if you do go to the library, if you do go to the labs, please do not use this in those environments. Microsoft Office should be on those computers already. If it's not, you're going to want to bring that to the attention of someone in the room or like up at the circulation desk if you're in the library. But the 5 free downloads are for your personal use. So just make sure you're using it on your own computers. OneDrive. OneDrive is also included with your Microsoft Office products. OneDrive, if you're not familiar with it, it's basically like Google Drive or Dropbox. So it's basically just cloud storage that you can stick out there and access from anywhere, from any computer you go to. The next one is uploading your course voucher. So make sure you get that voucher from the bookstore, and then you can upload it here. So, sorry, let me go back and get into student view so you guys can actually see the same thing here. All right, so when you go to upload your course voucher, you're going to have this submit assignment button in the upper right corner. When you click on that, a couple of you did figure this out already. Go ahead and choose your file and upload it like you would with any other upload type of process, and then click submit assignment. So once I get your voucher, I will send you an email. It's going to have a text file attached to it. Just double click on that and it's going to have everything you need in there. It's going to give you the steps to walk through and redeem your access code for Gmetrics, where you need to put that into the system. And we'll walk through that here in a little bit as well. All right, and then we have our Gmetrics information. So this is just a page that has some information and some additional links on it. If you haven't already, I encourage you to go check out the user guide. That will kind of walk you through like what to expect and how to use the system. And then you can also download the Gmetrics software from here. Now you don't need your access code to download the software, but you do need the access code in order to be able to see the Microsoft Office applications in there. And then if you're better with video tutorials, there's a quick little video tutorial down here for you as well. All right, and then the Certiport, if you do choose to take the Certiport exam, there's some information here as well. So you need to create your account, and then there's another like user guide with exam details in it, so you know what to expect and what the format looks like and what the interface looks like. So Gmetrics, again, I'm sorry, I can't remember if I just said you need to create your account, but if you haven't, go ahead and create your account. You can just go to gmetrics.net, and then there's a sign up link, I think towards the middle bottom of the screen. Go ahead and create that. You can use your Ferris account. You don't need to put in your Ferris student ID or anything. Just put in the bare minimum information that's required in order for you to create your account. And then you should get a confirmation or a verification email to help you get into that. And then our Zoom links are right here at the bottom. This is our weekly Zoom class session. You can click on that if you need to get into the weekly class. And then our recordings will link out to a YouTube channel, and that's where I'll put all of our Zoom class recordings if you need to review them. Okay, so we did have one question about the voucher. So how soon will I need the voucher? Well, you do have, we're going to jump into week 1 here, and you can see that week 1 we do have some Gmetrics training and testing assignments due Sunday. So the sooner you can get your Gmetrics voucher, the better. That will just give you a little bit of extra time to work on those. It looks like there is only one module for the training and one module for the testing this week. So it's probably going to take you anywhere from 2 to 3 hours, kind of depending on your experience with Microsoft Word at this point. So the sooner the better you can get that voucher in, so I can get you your code and you can get going on those. Okay, we talked about announcements, we talked about the syllabus. Let's talk about our class modules for week 1 here. All right, so I mentioned this in the welcome video too, but I think it's just kind of helpful. If you hover over these little icons, you can see what type of assignment it is. So week 1, we have a discussion topic, and then we have a couple regular assignments too. All right, so the first one is our course introductions. So this is a discussion thread, and the rubrics. So a rubric, if you're not familiar, if you're a new student, it's basically how you're going to be graded on this assignment. So the assignments have certain criteria that you need to meet in order to get so many points. So for the discussion boards, to find the rubric, you can click on this little like ellipsis button, kind of like a settings, and do a show rubric. All right, so that will pop up the rubric for you, and then you can see what you need to get the maximum amount of points. So each discussion board is worth 20 points, and you can see that we have proficient, competent, and novice. Now the ranges will change depending on the assignment, okay? So make sure you do get into your rubrics and look at those. So your initial post is worth 10 points, and then you need to respond to 2 of your peers. And this is consistent for all of the discussion posts. So make sure you're responding to your 2 peers, and then spelling and grammar counts. It matters. So make sure you pay attention to that. There's too many tools out there today for you guys to use to have poor spelling and poor grammar. So it counts. Okay, so let's go back in our assignments. So geometrics. So for geometrics, we're going to get into geometrics as well here in a minute for to kind of demo and go through and show you guys a few things and how it works. But for our assignments, the rubrics will actually already be in the assignment. So you don't have to go up and click on anything to see those. So for this week, we have our Word 2019 Skill Review 1 that is due on Sunday. So make sure that you pay attention to the last part of the assignment there. That's going to tell you what you need to do, because we have skill reviews and then we have practice exams. So just make sure you're doing the right ones. And then we have training and testing modes. So you get 20 points for each of those modules. And I will show you those in a minute. All right, and then we have a couple of Canvas assignments. So the first one is our bio project. So here's your instructions and here's your template. Again, your rubric is down below. So you just need to download your instructions and template. Okay, so it's fairly straightforward. Here's all of your instructions you need to complete the assignment. Okay, and then here's your template. So basically you're filling in where the highlighted text is, you're putting in your own information. And then we have some questions on the second page that you need to answer as well. Okay, so when you're done, save that, and then you're going to upload the template that you redid with your own information as your submission for this assignment. All right, so that's the bio project, and then we also have a scavenger hunt. So again, the rubric's attached, and here's all of your instructions and information you need. Here's some links for internet research, because we are kind of starting to get into that mode and learn how to do research. So download the instructions document. And basically you just have a list of questions. There's 16 of them, and just fill them out to the best of your ability. Make sure you read the instructions up here at the top. You need a reference page with at least 3 references. Ferris is going to be one, because a lot of these questions are going to be related to the Ferris website to help you get kind of used to and accustomed to what you can find on the Ferris website and where to find it. So save your document when you're done and then upload it into the assignment section. All right, so that's basically it for our week 1. There is some additional reference material here that has been linked or attached for you. So if you want to read this, you can, or if you want to just use it for reference, that's fine as well, because it's a giant document. It's like a few hundred pages long, I believe. So it's good just to have it for reference if you need help doing something, you know, in one of your assignments and you can't find any instructions on how to do it. So keep that handy. You don't need to read the whole thing though. The other thing I just want to point out is on your assignments, you have your due date and the points listed there. Everything should be by week. So if something gets messed up or if you're not sure of something, you can shoot me an email and ask, but you do have the due date and the amount of points that the assignment is worth right there that you can see in the weekly module. Okay, so let's move on to geometrics. Doesn't look like we have anything else in chat. That's good. All right, so again, if you haven't already downloaded geometrics, you can do that from the item, the geometrics information item in the Getting Started module. Basically, it just takes you out to this website. So it's support.geometrics.net/download. And you can go ahead and download the SMS 7. So this is if you have Windows. Mac, please note, the Office products are not supported on Mac right now. So you can download the SMSE, but it will not work for the Office products. So for our class, you're going to need to find a Windows computer. I believe the library will be open as well, and you can download this and install this on the library computers. You just have to make sure that you use the flight account and not your own student account when you log into those computers. And if you get stuck or you need help with that, shoot me an email and I can help with that as well. So once you download the SMS for Windows, and you're going to want to do the version 7, okay, we're going to do the beta. If we run into any issues, we can always go back to the 6, but I did get in there and look at it and it looks pretty good. So we should be okay. So once you download it, just run it and install it. You can accept all of the defaults. And then once you launch it, okay, you're going to see a shortcut on your desktop. Just double click that. It will launch the application. To redeem your code, well, you do need to log into this. So make sure you have your Geometrics account created, log in with your Geometrics account, and then to redeem your code, you just click the key icon over here on the left, redeem, and then you're going to punch in the code. You can copy and paste it right from the text file that I sent to you. And again, I can't give you your access code until you upload your voucher or a picture of your receipt. So make sure you do that as soon as possible this week, since we do have our first geometrics assignment due on Sunday. Okay, so once you get into geometrics, you're basically going to want to start a test. There are study guides in here as well. So if we click on the study guides, maybe. Okay, we'll come back to that. That could be a beta thing. When you click on, oh, or it's because it kicked me out. Okay, so let's go back to our dashboard real quick and see if study guides works now. Nope, still doesn't work. All right, I will make a note of that. Okay, so to start a test, you basically just click start a new test. And then you're going to want to click on the Office 2019 because that's what we want to do. And then we have all these modules in here. So there's 2 for Word. Okay, we have a Word and a Word Expert. Ignore the Expert. We're just going to do the regular Word and the regular Excel and the regular PowerPoint. We are not touching base on Outlook or Just checking mute settings there. I was getting a little bit of an echo. All right, so we have Word, and then when we click on Word, you're going to see all of these practice exams and skill reviews available to you. We are just doing the skill reviews and the practice exams. So the concept reviews, you can ignore those as well. And we're starting with the skill reviews. So when we come to the first week's assignment, we're going to do skill review 1, and we have training mode and testing mode. So we're going to start with training mode and go to testing mode. And the only difference between them really is the time. So training mode is going to count up, testing mode is going to count down. So it's kind of getting you ready for like the Certiport exams. The Certiport exams are timed. It's a recognized certification, so it's proctored, which means somebody is watching you take the exam to prevent any type of like cheating or anything, or using extra materials to help you answer questions. I think I said that testing mode counts up already. So okay, so let's jump into training mode, and you can see that I did start a test. I guess this morning. Not at 4:30, but I started one this morning. So we're going to start a new test. And when you start a new test, it's going to get all of the required materials for you and put them into a folder local to your computer. So the first task, so we have our doc over here on the left. And then we have our Word window over here on the right. I'm going to minimize that because that's our actual assignment. Where's my Word? Okay, let me close these and make sure. There we go. All right, so let's let that load. So basically, while that's loading, you have your doc over here. There are options to move that. So if you would rather see it at the top or the bottom, you can do that as well. There's just a little menu button over here, and then we can dock it on the left, right, top, or bottom, or you can undock it so it's kind of floating in the middle of the page. That's totally your personal preference. I'm going to leave it on the left just because that's where it showed up. We also have our save and exit tasks. So if you get interrupted and you need to come back to it at some other time, or if you need to leave for another class while you're doing your homework, you can do that, save and exit. Show your test summary. That's going to show all your statistics from what you've taken so far. If you need to reset a question and start over because it just got super confusing for you, you can do that there. And then you can also mark any questions for review. So once you go through everything, you can go back and look at those ones that you marked for review. Now, testing and training. The other difference that I forgot to mention is you have a help button. So when you're going through the training piece of Gmetrics, you have this little light bulb here. When you click on that, it's going to show you step by step how to perform this task. So if you get stuck, or if you're really new to Word or the Office products, use the help feature. It's going to walk you through step by step so you can learn how to do that function. And then the testing does not have that. So basically you train and then you test. All right, so let's just go through this one as an example. So create a document from the report design template and save the template as the Word document with the extension of docx and name it sample in the Gmetrics templates folder. All right, so we're going to create a document, a new document. Okay, and we're going to search for that template. So I'm just going to type in report design and hit enter. And then the template is actually called report design. So we have to go find that one. So if we scroll through the templates, there it is. All right, report design. I'm going to create it. All right, and then we don't need to edit it at all. It just wants us to save it as sample into that Gmetrix templates folder. So we'll do save as, and then I'm going to browse. And if you don't see it in your documents folder here, you might need to browse through your profile. Typically that's just see users, and then you'll see your username in here. And then we need to go into the documents folder. Okay, and there's our Gmetrix templates. So again, if you don't see it in the shortcut documents here, you can browse, and you might want to just make a note of that file path, the C, users, and then your username, and then documents. I'll give you guys a minute here to make a note of that if you want, or take a screenshot. And then when you get to that point, we need to save it in the Gmetrix templates folder. So make sure you're in that folder. And then we come down to our file name, and we're just going to name it sample. All right, so case sensitive, all right, but you can see that this is bolded and underlined. We don't have that option when we're saving a file. So just make sure that the text matches. So if it's capital, capital, lowercase, lowercase. And then the save as type is where we want to use our drop down. By default, it's already the .docx extension, but if you needed to change it because you're going to be saving things as a CSV or a PDF, this is where you would do that. Okay, so we have PDF there, and then I think we have CSV, should be in there. Can't see it off the top of my head, but all right, so we're going to leave the extension as the .docx, and we're going to hit save. And once we complete the instructions, okay, we are going to use our green arrow to move on to the next question. And when we do that, we're going to get this little pop-up window that tells us if we got it correct or not. If you didn't get it correct, that's okay. Try again. If you didn't use the help feature the first time, use it the second time, or keep going until you think you can get it right. If you do get it correct, go ahead and continue to the next question. And then we're not going to use the help button for this one. So all we're doing is adding the predefined sample2 watermark to the document. So sometimes you have to kind of click through the tabs to kind of find the section you're looking for. Oh, and on the design tab, I see the watermark field. So come over to watermark and make sure you use your scroll function, okay? If you look over here on the right, sometimes you miss those things and you think, I can't find the sample2 watermark, where is it? Make sure you're using the scroll function. So we found the sample2 watermark. We're going to go ahead and apply that. And then we're going to go on to the next question, and we got that correct. So basically, you just keep going through the training like that. I'm going to actually save and exit this so you can see. All right, so really that's it for the Gmetrix. If we go back to the start, the new test, you can see all the other functions all the other options in Word. So we're going to start with our skill reviews again. We're going to do training and testing mode. We're going to move on to the skill review 2 and 3, same training testing mode. And then we're going to save our practice exams for last. So training and testing mode for each of those. And again, to get full points, you have to get at least 70% or above on those. And let me just show you how you can get like a screenshot, because I do ask for a screenshot of your results. So when you go under tests, expand it using that little arrow, okay? You're gonna get some more options here. So we have a new test, save test, completed test. So if we look at our completed tests, All right, you can see all these are all the exams that I've completed. So basically what you need to do for your assignment submission is just filter. And we are looking for the Word 2019. Whoops, let me go back. I clicked on the wrong one. Word 2019. So these are all my Word. And you can see that you have a score here. So just make sure that I can see that score on the screenshot that you upload. I think there might be some other ways to get those reports out, but I figured this was going to be the easiest. Computers usually have built-in like snipping tools or screenshot software that you guys can easily just use a print screen and grab that and upload it. So I think that's it for our geometrics modules. Are there any questions? Okay, so a couple questions on geometrics. So I have Office 365, will that work because I do have a MacBook Pro? No. So having the Office products on your MacBook is irrelevant. The SMS testing software, the skills management system, will not work on Macs. So if you have a MacBook, an iMac, whatever it is you have that's a Mac, you will need to go to the library or find another Windows computer to do that. Now, if you do have like a virtual machine on your MacBook, if you use like Parallels to have a Windows machine, it will work on that. Next question was, can we take these tests multiple times or only once? You can take those tests as many times as you want. So I will only grade on your highest score. So if you take the training part 10 times and you get, over 70 the last time, I will count that and you will get full points. So as many times as you want. And then when will these tests be due? So the geometric stuff and all of our assignments are due on Sundays. So again, let's just look at our due dates. Go back here. Modules. It's a little slow today. Okay, so if we look at our week 1, here's our due date, okay? And that's like that all the way through to the end of the course. Now I only have through week 3 published, but I will work on getting the remainder of the course published as well over the next few weeks, okay? If you want to work ahead, you can work ahead. If you feel like you are fairly proficient with Word, PowerPoint, Excel, by all means, go ahead. I'm not going to hold you back. Just make sure you get your assignments in on time. And if you do work ahead and have your assignments submitted before our class time that are due that week, you do not need to attend class. But your assignments do need to be submitted in Canvas for you not to be present. Okay. So a couple more questions in the chat here. Are all those geometric quizzes and modules due this week? No. So we do probably 1 to 2 modules a week. I think towards the end we might do 3, but you can see that week 1, while that's loading, there was one more question that just popped in. Can you log into geometrics on more than one device? Yes, you can. Yep, you can install this wherever you want, however many times. You can log in wherever you want. It's once you activate and redeem your access code, all you need to do is log in and you're authenticated. Okay, so for our week 1 geometrics assignments, you're only doing the skill review 1. Okay, training and testing mode. So you have 2 pieces of that this week. Okay, how do I take a screenshot of our scores? Okay, so Windows natively has a built-in snipping tool. Okay, so if you click on your start button or the little Windows icon, you can do snipping tool, just start typing snip, and you'll see that pop up there. Okay, so you just do your new snip, and then you can take a picture of that. All right, that's the snipping tool. I believe the Mac OS also has a similar snipping feature built into it, but since you might still be able to see your scores on the Mac. I have not tested that. You just won't be able to actually take the Word exams or the training and testing modules. Okay, we did that. Okay, so last question here was, if I get the homework done for the week early, I don't need to attend class. That is correct. Whoops, sorry guys. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, you do not need to attend class if you get the homework done. So for this week, you have to attend class because you guys don't have any assignments turned in. Now, if you work through all the week 1 modules and get those turned in, and you work through the week 2 modules and get those turned in by this Sunday as well, you do not need to be present on our call next week. So speaking of next week, Labor Day is Monday, so we will not have class on Monday, but we will meet on Wednesday. And we will meet on Wednesdays. Wednesdays are kind of your working day. So I will be on the Zoom call. So if anybody has any questions about the assignments or needs some help, you can log on to our Zoom session on Wednesday, and I will be available to help you. So it's kind of like an extra office hour as well. But Monday is the day that we will go through all of the assignments for the week and look at those. And if you guys need to ask questions, you can ask questions as well. Okay, is the library the only place you can use the other computers? So there are other labs around campus. If you guys, let me think about this. I'm not sure what program all of you are in, so it kind of varies. It just kind of depends on the building, right? So the public computers are available to everyone over in Flight. Now, if you are over in like the College of Business, there is a lab over there, 104. I don't know if that will be open or not, but if it is, I would say go in and sit down and use the, you might need to download the Gmetric software, but you can use that space if it's available. Okay, another question. So meetings are not required on Wednesday. Correct. So if you get stuck on homework, that is your time to ask questions. So it's more of a working session for you guys. Please take advantage of that. Last fall, many people did not show up on Wednesdays for class, and it's a little disheartening because that is time set aside for you to be working on this homework. So take advantage of that. You know, it's time management, and I know everybody's kind of still learning those skills, myself included. But take advantage of the time on Wednesdays if you need help with your assignments, okay? And the last question here, I can work as far ahead as I want as long as the modules are correct. So over the next couple weeks, I will try to get the remainder of the course open. I just need to review a couple more assignments in those, and then they will be up, and you guys can go to town. So Mondays, we will still go through our weekly module and cover the assignments and what the expectations are. But if you have a good grasp of it and want to move ahead in the course, that is fine with me. All right, I think we have about 1 more minute. Was there any other questions? If you guys want to just shout them out at this point, that would be fine as well. I did mute you guys, so if someone is trying to talk, make sure you're unmuted. All right. Well, if nobody has any questions, then that pretty much covers the course. And if you do have any questions, feel free to email me. My contact information is in the syllabus. You can text me as well. I do work full-time. I work here at the university, actually in the IT Solution Center. So if you do need something during the week, I typically am on campus. And let me just point out, here's my contact information. Okay, office hours are by appointment. Okay, so my office is kind of buried behind our storefront. So make sure if you need to get help, you don't just walk up, you're actually contacting me to set up an appointment. Okay, last question. For the first assignment, do I answer the questions in Microsoft Word? Yes, you do. So everything we're doing is going to be in Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. So any of the assignments we're working on, if we're working on our Word portion, it's going to be in Word. If we're working on PowerPoint, PowerPoint, Excel, Excel. Okay, one more question. Does the Gmetrics code let us work on the Word Expert and Excel Expert practice in case we wanted to buy the access to those? You should be able to work on the Expert as well in there. It's just not required for the course. The Certiport exams kind of focus around the regular Word, regular PowerPoint, regular Excel, and prep you for that. So the Expert ones are your choice. You can do those if you would like. Where do I locate the online voucher if it was purchased? You should, if you purchased your voucher online through the bookstore, you should have a receipt that was sent to your email. I just need some type of proof on your receipt. The best thing is to like create a PDF out of it. If you need to screenshot it, you can screenshot it, and you just need to upload that into the assignment. All right, guys, I'm going to hang on for a few more minutes. If you have any more questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat there or shout them out, and you are free to go. So again, welcome to ICES 105, and I look forward to working with all of you. Have a good day and good luck with the rest of your classes this week. Question from Daniel, just to clarify, are the discussion questions done on the Canvas discussion function or are they done in Word? They are done in the Canvas discussion function. So you need to reply or initially post in Canvas, and then the 2 responses will also be in Canvas with your peers. Thank you, good question.